What's up, everybody? And I'm shocked that everything's working. I forgot the feature game show is happening right now. I was about to go work out, but this is better. This is easier. Actually, shit. So I got this. I got my Billy Blanks mic, and I still haven't used it. I haven't played Ring Fit, but I want to play Midnight Fight Express. I don't know. Tell you what, we'll just be impulsive. I also don't know how long the future game show is going to be, but there's gonna be some rad video games, and that's what I'm all about. So I'm trying to turn on my gamer lights back here. You know, I'll be hearing it from the Twitch Council if those gamer lights aren't on. The Nick, thank you very much for the resub. An Operation Cat Drop. Thank you for the sub. Hey, Javi. How you doing? You know what? Given that you're my biggest fan, I need to make sure. Is it Javi or is it Javi? I don't know why I would think it would be either, like it wouldn't be Javi, but I'd ask. Traveletch, thank you very much for the sub. Javi? Okay, good. Wanted to make sure. Yeah, the Killer Clowns was a hell of a thing. I only watched that movie for the first time like a few months ago. Steph got a subscription to Shudder, and that has opened my eyes to a whole bunch of B horror. You know what's extra weird? Oh, this is fun. The logo's like coming together. So many of the things that I like about video games, the playful spirit, the ability to hide profound expression in something that seems like it's maybe surface level. Like a lot of those features are present in horror film. It's something that like can be extremely like artistically daring, but it can also be just the dumbest thing. I guess that's all art, you know, but horror seems to hit such extremes. Shudder is really good. Originally got it because of Joe Bob Briggs, who's an amazing movie host.
System. Meet Mana. You slay. You achieve. You win. So should your bank account, because your power shouldn't stop when the game does. Mana is the best gaming rewards debit card where you can earn perks and points by paying and playing, and get rewarded with the things you actually want, like that skin you can't wait to show off.
So this is not a bad idea, actually.
So why pay any other way?
I don't like the adjacency to Web3 stuff makes this very uncomfortable, but it doesn't seem like it is. I have a credit card, and they'll give me points for like fucking industrial equipment. I'm like, what am I gonna do that? But if there was a card that like explicitly gave you reward points for Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, there's a market for that. There's like a category on my card for like art, for like entertainment or something like that. And it only recognizes a few of the like video game purchases I make. I'm scared about a generation that has been like their brains have been gamified.
I'm
from a very early age, and then having those same techniques used in actual
as the men of myth.
Banking. This is awesome.
That a boy.
Oh.
Godslayer.
God.
Kratos. From Sony Santa Monica's God of War series. You didn't know my voice was actually this deep, did you?
Yeah.
Usually that costs extra. Tonight, I'm swapping the axe for a humble microphone because we've got a ton of exciting
I've almost
to get through. But like all good adventures, this one requires teamwork.
It's fun to try to find that voice.
I'm calling on another mighty.
I don't have it
to help me out. Oh, Danielle.
Because it's like a mixture of like three different things.
Are you with me?
I've always been with you, Christopher. It's so good to see you. And for all the folks at home, my name is Danielle Basutti. I voiced the Witch of the Woods, a.k.a. the leader of the Vanir, a.k.a. the Valkyrie Queen known as the Norse goddess Freya in God of War. And I don't need Freya's foresight to know that this event is stacked with some serious amazing news.
That is quite right. That's because
on Prime Card and Whole Foods racked up so many points I was able to get a nice curved G-Sync monitor with all the
live across the 9.
I do have an Amazon card too,
but also and exclusively Planet Earth. Tonight we'll be treating you to over an hour of exclusive trailers for upcoming video games.
I guess you have to use it for
You'll
food.
Be able to find and wishlist all of the games from today's show on the Future Game Show Steam page. And you can head on over to gamesradar.com to read all about them.
Well,
Oh,
my
God.
darling, that was quite the intro, but
These are both very good voices.
Thimble Winter doesn't last forever, and
I'm a little disappointed they're not flying through space in some kind of like video game powered
so let's
spaceship.
kick things off with our very
This
first
feature game show has been pretty like
world premiere.
ornately dorky in the past, but it seems like they're just shooting this out of their home studios, which is fine.
It seems that when experiencing deja vu, a strange phenomenon occurs.
A walkie
Dude,
horror game?
Are you awake?
The interior lighting looks really good.
We really need to talk. We just had a meeting here at Neuraxis. It's really bad, man.
And is that the Night Dive logo?
The hippocampus is an old cortical area involved in multiple aspects.
Captain, a Deja Vu remake? I would love for that style of game to come back.
Bridging our
But in
past
3D?
with our present experience.
I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't a rash of VR games that were just uninvited or Deja Vu or
There's a huge flaw.
something Gate,
They kept it a
Shadow
secret
Gate.
for years.
Latest research shows
The Myst
that by changing
remake,
our
I thought
brainwaves
was
in the hippo
hopefully going to be the start of something.
Deja vu creates a brief gateway to a parallel world.
And I guess for all I know, there are a million games like that. I haven't stayed
Call
current on
me as soon
VR,
as possible.
but I would. That's cool. Kind of Bloober Team. Kind of like a toned down Observer. Just surface level impressions.
Well, you know, in my experience, it's easier to salvage your memories when they've been carved into ancient walls.
Well,
It's a really
not all
interesting
of us
logo.
have such
Like all the little
mythology.
connections
The
that
Gap is
look
coming
kind of
soon to
creepily
PC,
organic between
PlayStation
very
5,
rigid
and
letters.
Xbox Series X
Talking about
and
slipping
S.
between dimensions or realities or
Players
memories.
of our next game might think they faced every monster space has to offer. But the team behind Aliens,
When you-
Fireteam Elite,
God,
have a few
you have to
more
make Aliens video
surprises up
game
their sleeve.
enemies. It's like little wings. You can't beat that pulse rifle sound though. I did want to play this game more. It's like they finally did it, right? How many games could just use the Left 4 Dead treatment? Just like horde shooter. What if there were like a 4v many, like a co-op RoboCop shooter? You each get to like customize your own RoboCop, and then you go out and you just fight like just utterly deranged street gangs and shit. Like people that are high on future meth 2.0. Mortal Kombat 11 had like tons of customization options for RoboCop. Judge Dredd would be better for that. Oh yeah, everybody gets to be their own judge? Holy fuck. And then yeah, the setting of Dredd has tons of like horde enemies and stuff. God, that would be sick. You could even add like, I always liked that the platformers, the Super Nintendo platformer had like the arrest mechanic.
The mutated gameplay of Aliens.
So you could like
Fireteam
optionally arrest thugs instead of
comes
just
to
killing
PC,
them
PlayStation,
for like more
and Xbox
justice
on
points or
August
something. I don't know.
Now we've got a developer presentation from our friends at Digital Cyber.
Are those
Cherries,
Beyblades?
The team behind Hypercharge Unboxed. You know, the toy box shooter that went viral on Twitter.
Xbox players, we're looking for.
They did finally make a game out of like
Dive
tiny
into
maps
the
from
toy
Half-Life.
field and fight waves of
Quake 2.
classic toys. Your mission.
Gotta be in the kitchen.
The Hypercore. Collect
Can't stand on the burners, it's gonna hurt you.
and defeat major evil. Watch out for the side.
That was a real moment in gaming. Joining your like first Rats Instagib map.
and
yeah.
dozens of more classic toys.
Instagib Instaspawn Rats map.
Be vigilant, soldier. The fate of Toykind is in your plastic hands.
It just seems like this game is another generation realizing that that concept still works.
You waiting for, recruit?
Yeah, and I guess Army Men
That
was that for a long time.
sounds vaguely familiar.
Army Men was a THQ
Hypercharge
property, right?
Unboxed is out now on PC and Nintendo Switch, with an Xbox and PlayStation release coming soon.
Now, here comes another shiny world premiere for all you super sleuths out there.
That's some good pixel art. Is it animated? Hey, what's up, Jipu TV? Oh no, no, this looks so good. Man. It's not quite deja vu. Huh. The art style kind of reminds me of Gods Will Be Watching, I think. There's a certain scribbliness to the art style that looks like almost like a deranged child's notebook or something. Pixel art can be very disturbing. That was awesome.
Murderous Mad Libs with a Midas touch. The Case of the Golden Idol is coming to PC in 2022, and we're pleased to announce a demo is going
finished
live
Old Blood, New
right
Order,
now
and New Colossus. Enjoyed it so much, tried Young Blood directly afterwards. Gameplay is off with the buddy
No
system, so
snacks,
started quickly
fridge
with
empty.
Spider-Man
It's
Remastered.
time to answer the call
Yeah.
with the trash can.
Yeah, you're not missing much with the Young Blood, unfortunately. There's some lore beats at the end,
Danielle.
Oh no, it's actually the premise of our
but
next
I'd be
game.
shocked if another Wolfenstein game runs with those. It might. I respect Young Blood, but I didn't like it very much. That makes sense. Oh, it's a stray. But you're a trash panda? Yeah. Disrespect authority. Consume trash. No! There's no more trash food to eat! Oh no! Like, that's narrative setup at its finest. You're a raccoon, junk food outlawed. That's great. I need it. Let me eat it. Okay, is this like a stealth game? Steal the treats. Snackoon. Wow. There are still incredible titles out there. The portmanteaus seem to be running wild these days.
Stinky.
I still think about Recreation and what just an incredible title that is.
Raccoons are a lot like us when you think about it. Snackoon is coming soon.
Also a fun word to say and
You
here.
might want to dim the lights, as it's time to soak in the dark atmosphere of Tainted Grail.
Oh, here comes
the
Dank.
fall of Avalon.
I just talked over Kratos saying stinky. Stinky. Sorry about that. Ooh. That is Christopher Judge. Ferris Bula, thank you. That's what happens when you don't shake the screen constantly in Melee.
You're awake. Good. I thought I'd get us to fire burning.
This reminds me of Gothic.
To death when we got so far.
With Two Worlds. This is some like Scandinavian Elder Scrolls kind of business. Those games always have something magical about them. There's always like so much ambition in those games. I remember I actually enjoyed my time with Two Worlds more than I did with Skyrim. It's because there's like the ambition is so unbridled. I guess Skyrim is a really ambitious game too, though. But man, you just can't beat some of those line deliveries.
What was left of him, a mile down the road. The weirdness merged him with his
I'm
horse.
trying to figure out
A horrible
what part of Europe these developers are
Don't you
from.
think?
Just from the... Is it like Eastern Europe, or is it like Finland? The world of Tainted Grail. Alright, hold on, let me look this up.
Tainted Grail. The Fall of Avalon is coming to Steam Early Access in Q4 2022. Our next game is
Awaken
steeped in
Realms
secrecy,
Digital.
which means we can all experience this reveal together.
Poland! Okay, so it's Eastern Europe. Yeah, Captain, you nailed it.
It's hard.
I mean,
to
it's
say
a really depressing
when
game,
there's
so...
no return.
Yeah, a Polish spirit is kind of there.
We made our world uninhabitable because for the
If it were like
smallest
Finland,
animal
I think
on
there
the
would have been
planet,
a little more
humans can be really
vibrancy to it. Not to say that that's bad.
Civilization started to
Not to say that it
creep,
wasn't
it
vibrant. I'm
seems.
just trying to put words
And
to
if
it.
there's one emotion greater than greed in humans,
I love Polish games.
it's fear.
All my friends are Polish.
Perhaps
I'm not
it
racist.
came too late, but it
This is
did.
real.
And when we are afraid, we get reduced to a single instinct.
Oh yeah,
Survival.
this game.
We need land.
No wait.
We
I think
need
this is a different
food
game.
and shelter.
I'm not sure that like people are gonna
We need
want to
each
play games
We
about
need
the climate
communities.
crisis,
We need
even though I think
cooperation.
they're
We need to
important
build
and
something
inevitable.
together. Will it be something that won't collapse this time round?
Like you can play Frostpunk, which is entirely a game about oblivion, kind
Will we
of,
ever
and the
stop
inevitability of
being
disaster. But at least it
afraid?
feels like it's not real.
Well, maybe you'll be the one to unite humanity
Kitsune, thank you
and
for the
shape the
resub.
society of tomorrow.
Thank you. I actually haven't been lifting weights at all. I've been trying desperately to shave off body fat, and it's starting to work. God, it takes so long though. It's so you have to do it all the time, man. Always. It's got to be your life.
Let's pray there are no world serpents in the water.
Luckily,
Battles
there are
at the
still
ready,
video games.
because
But
Floodland is coming soon.
we have so much sadness in Poland that we want to share it
From
with the
one dark
world.
world to another. It's
I
time to
appreciate
catch up
that.
with Plot Twist, the developers behind the last case of Benedict Fox.
I am all
a
about the
spooky
rise of
Lovecraftian
Polish game dev.
Metroidvania.
Oh, Metroid with a gun? When do you think you'll see an FPS incorporate the current combatants in a game, like Ukraine and Russia? That's tough.
Hi, I'm
I
back.
think 6 Days in Fallujah was kind of the last time that anyone was going to try that.
Lovecraftian Metroidvania in which you
I was thinking about that with Ace Combat Assault Horizon, how they they mention Iraq, but it doesn't take place in the Iraq War. I don't like.
Your aim is to uncover the secrets of the mansion and the murders that happened within these walls. But to find out what truly happened, you will need to dive deep.
Oh, Squad has maps in
victims
Ukraine?
and visit an
Yeah, I guess then it's going to be
alternative
military
reality we call
sim.
Limbo. You see, those
But
two worlds,
when people
they
want
link with each
entertainment,
other. Dimension
I don't think they want to be
secrets will help you
confronted
out
with
in Limbo,
uncomfortable thoughts about
while
the
what you
very
find in
real
Limbo
state of the
will
world.
help you unlock the mysteries of Dimension.
Doing media share today? No, it's every other week, so that'll be next week. This is it's kind of like media share.
Real golem.
It's not, but it's
very difficult to pull off, and very illegal to even try.
This reminds me, there's a
In
sequel
our
to
studio, we love
Flashback coming out.
Metroidvanias. We love how
I
they
gotta play through
reveal to
Flashback
you
on the
the
stream, but
world
there's a ton of
one
different
step at a
versions of
time.
it.
We wanted to take that
It's like
feeling
a
and combine it
Sega
with a
CD
great
version that has
story. A
cutscenes.
mystery
I don't know. I'll
that
have to do
also
some
reveals
research
its
and find
secrets to
the
you the deeper you dive in.
right version.
It reminds him of someone silly.
That's the bummer too. Kind of like how Deja Vu lights doesn't seem like they exist really.
To survive
There's definitely
whatever
not
the
any
Limbo
cinematic
throws at you,
platformers
You can
that I can
always
think
visit
about.
our friend Harry Houdini to
I
purchase
guess that's what
some useful
Assassin's Creed
items.
became, and they bolted on a ton more features.
You can also use the Demon's Ink you collect at the Tattooist to unlock new skills.
The versions all
Right
kind
now
of
we
suck.
can only afford
Even the
this
original
map,
isn't
which is
great.
still a very
Yeah, I
useful
know.
skill
It's
to
a
have.
style
That's
thing.
absorbing.
The cutscenes were cool, and if you know what to do, it's not a very torturous game. But I don't. That's cool. This reminds me, I haven't finished Bloodstained.
That was the slam skill that we just acquired. What did you think?
Pretty cool. Oh!
Harry Houdini's lockpicking.
What? That's cool. That's a pretty top tier lockpicking minigame right there. Gotta like pry open the teeth.
Resentment and fear. He survived her abuse and wears it like a badge of honor.
Oh, 6 Days in Fallujah is still happening.
Now.
Okay.
But remember, you're not the only one.
Yeah, I don't know. There's more scrutiny than ever on, at least in United States culture, there's more scrutiny than ever on the ethical depiction of subjects in media, I guess. And I think just from a, given the size of the U.S. market, I think that's an annoyance that nobody would willingly bite on.
Last case of Benedict Fox
if they're trying to make a commercial product.
Xbox in spring 2020.
Oh yeah, Another World?
I would also
I don't know. I always found Flashback a little more approachable than Another World.
Where you try desperately to maintain
At least Flashback doesn't have, it's not all one-hit kills.
Beast.
I thought this one was a cozy condo-esque puzzler.
It's up for interpretation.
But yeah, it still has that flair. The rotoscoped animation and the cutscenes.
Yes! Lucas, I found it! Ah, hey, nice.
Another World's more interesting to look at. That's true. Flashback does have some repeated backgrounds and things.
Right? Let me show you our game while we sort this out. We are Max Inferno, and we're making a game called A Little to the Left.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
It's a cozy puzzle game where you sort, stack, and tidy up the house.
This is real nice. This is real nice.
Each level, puzzles are hidden among household objects. And you solve them by arranging items in a very particular way.
Man.
Many of the levels have multiple
People need the brain ticklies.
Like this one, you could solve 3 different ways.
I'm so happy we're getting games that are just about brain tickles.
Also this cat that
like
will show up and make a mess.
Fucking cat! Power Wash Sim. A lot like this. It's so frustrating because like so many video games are about verbs of destroying, which is fun. It's very fun, don't get me wrong. I love smashing things, but
in our own home.
Sometimes it's also fun to straighten like posters and make them look all neat. Unpacking was a really fun game because the verb of just like providing a living order to a space is very.
Now that's what we were looking for.
Is very satisfying.
To the left. Coming to PC and Mac on November 8th.
I love that cat. That's such a good mechanic.
We're thrilled to
Sims?
announce that A Little to the Left is coming to PC on November 8th.
I think people play The Sims in a lot of different ways. So to me, The Sims is sort of a
It's been fun seeing
narrative
all these
generator.
Cool games coming soon, but
like watching an ant
I
farm.
figured we could use a quick break. A change of scenery, perhaps?
And for some people, it's like a torture dungeon.
What were you thinking?
What if I
For others, it's like a
actually a hidden 10th realm?
a rolling
One drenched
CW
in
show.
Neon light. Plus, we don't even need the Bifrost to get there.
I've been to many lands, but none with this much artificial lighting.
Indeed. This nifty little
Oh, they're doing the thing again?
virtual show floor. Every booth you can see has a game attached with a demo dropping after the show. For those at home, which means all of you, Google Future Games Show Steam, and you can download and try out any of the games that catch your eye.
This is such a cool idea.
All right. With that in mind, let's get started with our first game.
It's so interesting because people would theorize about this sort of thing happening 5 years ago, and then it just did, and everyone was like, "Oh."
Players will
Yeah, Devolver, to my knowledge, was the first one to really execute on it. But Games Radar was not long after. I think the next year,
working together
they
to
had
solve
theirs.
puzzles and defeat fearsome enemies. Well, now I'm missing Atreus all of a sudden. What's next, Danielle?
Always a good father. Lovers of strategy and bootleg booze
They're really
rejoice
leaning on them
as
reps.
this game covers both in equal measure. Moonshine Inc. is a management sim where players battle it out to brew the best hooch in town.
Kidding?
Players will expand their facilities and perfect the making of
Like
Mountain
Toothless in the
Ash
Appalachians?
while evading the panoptical
Making gut rot?
of Johnny Law. With genuine fermentation processes recreated virtually, this sim is as real as it gets. Just make sure you
They're
don't
making everything. There's
And
not
now
a
for
game they're
something
not making,
completely
except for Deja Vu.
Yes, because we're jumping from moonshine making to a mysterious.
Fuck yeah, Gloomwood. That comes out in
It's
like a
time
month.
to fear the new blood as our attention turns to Gloomwood.
Maybe I should play through
grim,
Thief.
Dark ode to the immersive Sims and survival horror greats of the late 90s and
Thief 1 is a son of a bitch.
Players will use
Holy
all
shit.
manner of Victorian era
I tried to play through that back in the day. Man!
and overcome a town teeming with mischievous mobs. So what are you waiting for? Grab what you can.
Oh yeah, Captain, you're right. PC Gamer would like distribute lobbies
also
on the
involves plenty
CDs
of
that they would send
improvisation.
out.
just
And I guess even before that, there was like a Windows 95 sampler that had like a little 3D lobby you could walk around and go to down. Yeah.
This is the Wandering Village, a sandbox city builder
thing.
set on the back of a gigantic wandering creature called Onbu.
Fuck
In
it.
my experience, living with a giant tortoise wasn't so bad, but results may
Oh,
vary.
that looks like ActRaiser.
Here, players will battle the
I've been thinking more about
elements and
ActRaiser
research
since
technologies
Renaissance
in
and then
an
also
effort
Cult
to
of the Lamb.
revive a long-lost society. Will you settle and survive in this harsh, humbling environment by learning to bond with the beast? Or choose to be a parasite, leeching from its life force? The choice is yours. Where are we off to next?
This game is bound to strike a chord, or maybe a few. Demonic musicians gather their cards in Power Core,
cards.
a roguelike deck builder from Big Blue Bubble.
Yeah.
Equip gear and create combos to strum and roar your way through a monster-filled battle.
Although I
of
just
the
realized games like this are sort of the heir apparent to JRPGs.
walls.
It's turn-based, it's
Monsters
menu-based,
come in all
but it
shapes
just
and
has that
forms,
random dash.
From demons to dentists, or at least they do in our next game.
This is a shoot 'em up.
This is a twin-stick shooter set in the mind of a little girl called Rem. Players will battle their way through 80 levels of her vivid nightmares, each one brimming with creepy manifestations of
This art
everything
style's
from
legit.
vegetables to dogs, and yes, even school friends. Its charming art style will have you questioning whether it's creepy, cute, or a great mix of both.
Okay, that's rad. I want to play that. And since it's a shoot 'em up, you can probably get through it in like 2 hours.
Then this next one is for you. The Fabulous Fear Machine.
That reminds me, I gotta get back in R-Type Final 2.
Simulation game where players will generate terror and expand their influence through the spread of scary
It
stories.
reminds me of Black Knight's Sword.
Conspiracies. From Bloody Mary to reptilian
80 levels.
Let the unexplained
randomly generated levels.
consciousness
And then like a
your
leveling system.
What have you got for me, Danielle?
I think the question
Enemies
is,
drop guns.
what
You have to
happened?
get a rare gun.
Anno Mutationum is a sleek cyberpunk RPG that blends 2D and 3D graphics to create a rich world that you'll just want to
Oh, we
dive
got
into.
PS1 aesthetic.
When you're not bartending or dog-sitting a cyborg.
That cyber ass.
You'll be slashing your way through cybernetic monsters and
Come on.
criminals
Wait,
in
how's
the
this an RPG?
underbelly of this atmospheric, vibrant neon metropolis.
Our next game will teach you to never underestimate a hero. No matter
That looks
their
sick.
size.
Everything about that was perfect.
A tiny tail.
I thought I
follows
remembered
Buddy
seeing that
and
before.
Bad Boy,
I thought that game was out. Is it
adorable
out?
makeshift robots working their way through peaceful landscapes to help out their friends
Anno
and
Mutationum.
unravel the history of this strange world. Dress
demo.
up and clean up as you get to know these little parts with big hearts. Just try not to screw up your jumps in the demo.
Yeah, it launched in March. Never mind.
Well,
Okay.
I can't wait to see what those little guys
I think
get
Steam
up
has
to.
like recommended it to
But
me a couple
alas,
times.
It's time to get back on the Rainbow Bridge because that marks the end of
some good
our
reviews.
trip to the virtual show floor. Remember, folks, you can head to the Future Games Show Steam page to check out free demos for all of our featured games.
They're really machine gunning through all these games. At least they're like showing games.
Good to be back on.
And those, like, I'm gonna guess those are games where the developers
games after
did not
the
have time to cut their own trailers.
Now,
So
it's not
they just provide
often
some
that you get
copy,
a threequel,
and then
you
they have
know.
B-roll.
It's not
and that's
often
how,
that a game skips straight to third entry either. But here we are.
that's how you can get them in the show.
Fair point. It might be too early to call it the greatest of all time, but for me, this is definitely the GOAT.
Gotta go for it. The Mad Lads went and did it.
Hello, my name
Goat
is Victor,
Sim,
and
never
I'm a
got
game
it.
designer at Coffee Stain.
Goat Sim reminds me a lot of the original Saints
We are
Row.
developing Goat Simulator 3, which is the second installment.
Or
of
like
Goat
Just
Simulator
Cause,
series.
which
Goat Simulator
at the
3
time were games that
is set
didn't really
on the
appeal to me.
beautiful island
Yeah.
of San Angora.
Sort of free-form chaos simulators.
Here, you can explore the local sites.
It was not a Goat
and experience
Simulator
the
2.
unexpected.
That's the joke. They went
Uncover
right to
the
3.
mysteries
They did
of a
the thing.
long-forgotten goat order.
Yeah, Gariad, thank you for the sub.
Or just destroy everything in your path.
This shit post-fuck
With
around
over
game.
350 different goat gears, you will have a bunch
You
of
can give
ways
'em little boots.
of expressing yourself as a goat.
Oh, a game for Let's Players. Wow, yeah, you're absolutely right. Never really
Gear
considered
parts
that.
will make you look fabulous, but can also give you abilities. and you can combine them endlessly.
It's on stilts.
Find them while exploring the island. Or earn them by simply being a goat.
Earn them by being a
In
goat.
Goat Simulator 3, you can discover San Agora together with up to 3 friends. You can either play online or couch co-op.
Multi-goat. Yeah,
Everything
brain
you
empty.
do in single
Become
player,
goat.
you can do in multiplayer as well.
Go
Together,
inside Monstro.
you can wreak havoc in San Agora without any restrictions. If you're feeling competitive, put your skills to the test and challenge your friends in one of the 7 different minigames.
Got a burger crown there? Oh no, it's just a stack of
Minigames
crowns.
can be played either at a specific location for a tailored experience, or played anywhere you want. You can play a round of car derby on a nice open field.
I want to see the goats at the steering wheels.
Or maybe on a less optimal spot on the island.
That's pretty cool though, being able to declare a game type like anywhere on the map.
You'll be able to get your hands on Goat Simulator 3 on November 17th. But you can pre-order the game today to receive this wonderful other gear part.
I was just wondering why these goats didn't have big floppy ball sacks, but that's pretty good. I think an udder
like
might be
most
better.
Tainted I've seen. Goat Simulator 3 is coming soon.
Now it's time to check out a new trailer for The Chant, a survival game set on a remote island in the wake of a ritual gone wrong.
Bouncing natural
Pillows
udders.
at the ready.
Would you do an ape game like this? Well, there was Ape Out, where you are just a big rampaging gorilla.
Hi, my name is Mike Scupa. We are Brass Token, and our studio mission is to tell thrilling stories through inventive game mechanics. The Chant is a third-person horror action-adventure game set at a remote island spiritual retreat. After a group ritual goes wrong, your spiritual awakening soon becomes a fight for survival.
Cool.
As Glory Island fills with cosmic dread, you will encounter an array of prismatic creatures and cultists released from the gloom. Choose your fights carefully and
See a
battle
sanity
with
meter.
spiritual weapons and abilities. Collect, craft, and manage your resources, as each encounter could be a decision between fight or flight.
We're doing survival horror, huh?
Stats that drive survival, upgrades, and the ending you receive.
Looks like you're moving pretty slowly. It's about like stacking up resources.
Spiritual nightmare.
I'm in. This looks awesome. Oh,
The Chant is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in
Brass
2022.
All right, it's time to learn more about Ereban, Shadow Legacy.
You know
which
what?
was revealed
I was
during
waiting
the
for
Xbox
Ereban,
and
Shadow
Bethesda
Legacy.
showcase earlier this year.
Ereban.
Helios. They search for someone who does not exist.
Cyber Ninja? We got Cyber Ninja.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex, one of the founders and game designer from Baby Robot Games. We are really excited to be here today with you at the Future Game Show. Right now, and in partnership with Raw Fury, we are working on a debut game, Ereban Shadow Legacy, a fast-paced stealth platformer set in a sci-fi and morally grey universe. In Ereban, you will play Ayana, the last descendant of a forgotten race with the
Mark of the
ability of
Ninja,
merging with the shadows and moving
but
freely through
cyber
them.
and 3D.
Your mission? To infiltrate and confront the cryptic megacorporation Helios.
Yeah, this looks
Investigate
good.
what they are hiding and their relation with the disappearance of your people.
That Clay?
You may have seen our
I wonder who
announcement
made
trailer
Mark of
in
the
the
Ninja.
Xbox and Bethesda June showcase, which we hope you liked.
What's Clay been
Today,
up to?
we'd like to take a deep dive into Ereban's main mechanic,
Riftlands.
the Shadow Merge. The origin of this mechanic came from our passion for stealth games
roguelike
since we
deck
were
building game.
kids.
Alright.
Traditionally, they all have used shadows to make you less visible, so we thought, what if you could literally merge with them? We took a whole different game as reference, Splatoon, and after testing how it works to move through the shadows in a similar way they do with the ink, we immediately realized the huge amount
I'm all about like
this open.
promo for
One
games that
is
mention
when you are
their
inside the
inspirations
shadows,
directly.
You are totally undetectable. This allows you to smoothly advance under the enemy's feet, suddenly appear behind their backs if you choose to play lethal, or conveniently disappear right in front of their noses if you are in danger. As long as you are not flashed by a light, or stay too much time merging, the shadows have your back. Apart from that, the shadow merge also means a big advantage in terms of mobility. For example, wherever there are shadows, you can climb walls and reach high and otherwise inaccessible places. Or you can use moving objects, or even the moving shadows to navigate from one place to the other. Or you can go through small spaces, ignoring fences, bars, or gratings. Or you can jump from high places and smoothly land in a shadow, completely safe and silent. As you see, the shadow merge is very versatile.
Yeah, a little origami.
It's up to you to discover and combine all its possibilities. And that's only for the base mechanics.
Oh, that's so cool.
As during your adventure, you will learn.
But like the cherry on top would be mechanics that let you alter the stage to change the lighting. So it's like
Ereban Shadow Legacy will be available on 2023.
Like there's a whole light patch you have to get over. Maybe you can like
if you like,
you can choose to knock over like 2 or 3 things to create shadows in specific spots.
Bring you the game for Xbox One, Series, and on day one on both PC and Xbox.
So it's like you're creating cover or creating stealth for yourself.
Don't forget to follow us if you don't want to miss
really
any
satisfying.
update. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
That looked awesome.
They will not drag me into their light.
Cool use of game
Stealth
mechanics
isn't
too.
exactly a god's forte, but I risk.
Oh, the light matter has the mechanics
Wish
you're
lists
describing.
at the ready, because Ereban Shadow Legacy is coming to PC and Xbox in 2023. Now we're moving from shadow powers to a shadow drop. Our next reveal is
Shin
a real
Megami Tensei?
nostalgic surprise.
Oh, okay. Cool. Wow. Is this just like a whole... What are we doing here? Is this like RPG Maker for dungeon crawling? Oh, Wizardry. Wow. They're charging $30 for Wizardry?
English translation of Wizardry, The 5 Ordeals, is out now on Steam.
I mean,
Reply Game Studios
I'm glad they're
Solstice is
releasing
right around the
Wizardry.
corner. And the development team have a surprise.
$30?
Tide fans over until its release.
Okay. Played on stream this game,
The demo
Solstice?
for Solstice is available right now, with the full game coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on September 20th. Now it's time to see some exclusive gameplay from Afterimage, a mystical, hand-drawn Metroidvania.
All right.
Product not yet rated.
Add to library. I'm curious about Wizardry. Wizardry is a series I've always wanted to learn more about because it is sort of the foundation of so many RPGs and is really the root of a lot of PC RPG legacy. Like I played Ultima and that was good, and like Final Fantasy 1 and Dragon Quest 1. Those games are pretty important to like see not only where RPG started but also just the formation of adapting a pen and paper tabletop RPG experience into a PC
Afterimage
experience.
is coming to PC, PlayStation,
That looked awesome.
Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in Q4 2022. We debuted this next game during our spring showcase earlier this year.
There are
But
8
we're proud
Wizardry, and
to
I've never
reveal
heard of it.
more
Oh, there's more than
details
8.
about the player's exciting
Wizardry is
mission
still going.
Deliver
kind
us,
of.
Mars.
Wizardry as a
Peggy
series
12.
is like splintered off into like 4 different sub-series or something. Unless I'm wrong. Isn't Wizardry connected to like Trails in the Sky? No, maybe.
Please come in. Mission Opera has only one objective. Bring the Arks and their revolution.
No, that's Dragon Slayer. That's right.
What do you expect to find on Mars?
I'll see you soon, Luca.
Kathy, why did you
Okay.
want to come on this mission so badly?
Yeah, Wizardry.
T-minus 2 minutes to
Wizardry
cruise
8.
stage separation. Everybody copy? Copy.
Copy.
Copy. Starting burn.
Played Wizardry on my candy.
Loss of control.
Feeling old? No, you're wise. You are one of the video game ancients. One of the video game elders.
I can do this.
Now there's a character specifically formulated to be like innocent but daring.
Having good intentions isn't hard, Kathy. The hard part is knowing the difference between what's right and what's wrong. We have to leave. I will not risk the success of this mission.
But you stay strong through all of that.
It's like lifting every cue from a movie trailer. It even had the chunk.
Good.
Looks like a cool game though. I'm kind of all about platforming and environmental puzzle solving, which is a very Tomb Raider thing.
It's coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Didn't look like there was any combat, which I'm actually
This
okay
next
with.
game was revealed during opening night live last night, but we've got an in-depth look at the Slavic-inspired slasher platformer Phantom Hellcat. Let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Arman Lenda and I'm the creative director and co-founder of Ironbird Creation Studio. Today, I'd like to show you our newest unique project, Phantom Hellcat, an old-school, Western-style slasher game. This game became our ultimate goal, pride, and dream. It's a love letter to the generation of games full of giant enemy crafts and armies with more than 1 million troops. We will take you to the golden age of slashers, which defined the console gaming experience years ago. Please take a look at the trailer and enjoy the rest of the show.
So it's like 2D platforming, but then 3D Devil May Cry melee action. The animations remind me a lot of DMC. Ninja Theory's Dante did a lot of like super exaggerated motions like this. Was that a Walkman? Yes, it was. Millennials are making
Hellcat
games.
is coming soon. All right, let's mix things up with another surprise. It's time for our
Darkest
next
Dungeon?
world premiere.
World premiere. Love the energy of this already. Coldest campsite? Yeah, Eldritch Terror seems to be coming back in a pretty big way, huh? Creepy crawly things coming out of cracks in the earth. Deep ancients. Oh shit. Oh shit. Fucked up. Alright. Didn't show what kind of game it was, though. But I like the style.
Edge of Sanity is coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch.
Let me hear about them cards.
2023.
Still didn't say.
Our next trailers are all from our friends at Wired Productions, who have some news about 3 of their exciting upcoming games.
World premiere. World premiere. I wish more games would have unreliable narrators. I guess it's a gimmick that can be overdone really easily, but I think it works especially well in horror. I'm kind of surprised it isn't done more. I guess, from my memory, like Eternal Darkness was one of the first games that played around with that. One of the first, like, kind of bigger budget games, I guess. Oh, that's cool. Which Dead Space 3 went with it? Yeah, there were some things in there. Kane and Lynch used that a little bit too.
A family with one common goal. Customer satisfaction.
Some Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg hair.
As the old saying goes, you can't choose your family. Except here at Jungle, we choose.
I think games about dystopian corporations are going to heavily define the late 2010s and early 2020s for obvious reasons.
Gets the milk.
Be cubing those cows.
Be the spur.
I think in retrospect it's going to be pretty obvious that this is like how we were dealing with the internet's rise of tech megacorps and how those came to dictate our life and times. That looked cool. Very 70s.
The cycle begins anew.
Void Bastards, but a puzzle game.
New refuge.
I gotta play more Void Bastards.
A haven.
I started it like 3 times.
Bastion from which to rebuild.
I think I just need to get a game going in the Xbox ecosystem, which reminds me, I've been playing Death Stranding again because it's on PC Game Pass now. Getting PC achievements. That game's so good, you guys. It's pretty interesting though to go back from playing the director's cut and realize that there was actually a pretty nice visual overhaul. The draw distances and some of the graphical effects got tightened up a little bit. That's neat. Making it steampunk.
Thanks to the team at Wired Productions.
Puts it right in the middle of an aesthetic that people who probably like building sims will really enjoy.
The Last Worker is coming to PC.
There's a very good Eldritch game out there. There's a few.
Lot to look forward to.
Very good. Hunt Showdown?
Next up is our Ones to Watch segment, which features several exciting upcoming games.
Animal Crossing? I mean, Eternal Darkness, but that's not really approachable. Oh yeah, Bloodborne. What am I thinking? I haven't seen Superhero Dragon Ball movie yet. I think it's still playing in theaters, so I might be able to catch it. Really, I've just been traveling so much that between that and keeping up to date with work stuff hasn't afforded me a whole lot of free evenings. That looks interesting. Oh, Clive Barker's Undying, yeah? Good suggestion, but again, a bit old. Ooh! We got a Contra-like. Moonrider. Maybe it's more like Strider then. A lot of the Bloober Team stuff, I guess it doesn't go that hard into Eldritch, but it is definitely like down the rabbit hole sort of terror of the mind kind of visualizations that I think are adjacent. This looks so cool. It had food! I'm all about usage of real-world imagery in games. After playing like Hylics and
that was our Ones to
Fantasian,
Watch montage. Make sure to wishlist anything that piqued your
There's
interest.
so much potential there, and it's not really
It's hard
explored
to
that
believe
much.
that there are any world premieres left, but damn it,
World premiere.
we've got one more for you. Don't say we don't treat
War
you
One?
here at the Future Game Show.
Peggy 16.
RTS games in this day and age, they seem to be coming back. Gosh, that one ridiculous one. I wish I could remember it. I'm sure I'll remember.
It would take but a single act to spark a war.
Oh, no.
The likes of which humanity had never known.
Surely the Archduke's head is not around anywhere. Oh, okay. Of course.
Countless millions would now fight to hold the line, with success measured in inches.
Yeah, Petroglyph? Okay. I was wondering what Petroglyph was up to.
Set for the greatest stalemate in human history.
Yeah, Petroglyph was sort of...
And the fate of an
It was the RTS side of Westwood Studios. It became Petroglyph.
Now in your hands.
That's a shame, too. If Petroglyph was who they were in the 2010s now, they would be so much more successful. So I'm hoping that, like, PC Renaissance lifts them up. Cool. What was the name of that one, like, Command and Conquer game?
Western Front is coming.
It had a really, like, 90s PC name.
Next,
like Ionosphere Insurrection or something like that. Shit.
A tragicomic adventure set inside of a smartphone. Look, I'm just reading what's typed here.
Stormgate? I think that's what it is.
Hello there, I'm OS9. I'm the operating system of this phone. I kind of run things around here.
Hello, and welcome to the update protocol.
What was that?
The update will now be installed.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, Grey Goo was another recent RTS.
Congratulations. The
Tempest Rising, that's the one, I think.
Congratulations. New 1 bits
Yeah,
and 0
it was
bits
Tempest
will be
Rising.
put in their proper order.
Are you joking? You're not even programmed to give me a good conversation.
There's multiple.
System is considered a very
Stormgate is Explos devs. That's right. They showed a little bit of Stormgate, but not...
always
They talked about how it was going to be classic RTS, but what they showed didn't look very classic, so I
I
wonder.
understand you're confused, but this is really not the solution.
If the system is not updated, the user will destroy.
Would you just shut up? It's okay, buddy. We're handling this. It's time to put it use your great finding another way in skills. Yeah. Please get us out of here.
Okay. If Valve won't make Portal,
Firewall is available now on Steam.
Somebody else
and
got
the
to.
game is coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in
reminds me, I gotta get
2022.
through. I gotta play through Tron 2.0 again.
Now it's time for our friends at Team 17 to take the stage. Let's see what they've got to show
Their
us.
portmanteau. Yeah, I think it's just like that's the easiest way to cut through all the noise and get your name to stick in people's minds. It's like a one-word blah. I always thought that's what worked so well about Doom and Quake, the monosyllabic name. Although Rage didn't quite land in the consciousness. This was a fun game. Thanks. The second you look like League, I'm out. If I see a level number next to a life bar. There's another floaty shoot 'em up? Oh. Whoa. This looks like a game that Alien Hominid devs and like Castle Crashers. It seems like they would have made 15 years ago. Oh, Age of Darkness is a survival RTS. All right. Never mind to take it back. That's kind of cool. What the heck was that? It was like World War II shooter and space game? 2D beat 'em up. You can level and get gold. Gauntlet energy. Look at all these games. Marauders like Tarkov in space. Oh, that's brutal. That's awesome. What if Disco were a JRPG? This art is legit though. Oh yeah, Thymesia. I wanted to try this. Because it came out this week. Kind of like Mortal Shell, just like a Toon Soulsborne kind of experience. It's okay, really short. I'm fine with that. I don't need my Soulsborns to be hyper long these days. I really wish that, and not to say that you weren't, you know, knocking it for it, but man, 6 to 8 hour games, let's bring them back. Nothing wrong with it. Crab, yeah. Crab alert.
Thanks to Team 17 for providing.
I think it's okay to charge $30 for like a
upcoming games.
Like a proof of concept.
At this point, your wish lists are gonna need wish lists.
I think it's okay to charge $60
Check out more
for
details on
Saints Row.
GamesRadar.com.
That feels okay to me.
Next up, we've got a
I also didn't pay
gameplay
for
trailer for an immersive horror
And
cinema.
I'm a rich, spoiled West Coast liberal. This looks cool.
Since the beginning of civilization, the world has been full of unknown things.
I have lots of free time, but my attention span is decayed with time. Yeah, I just think it's a question of like
what their purpose is.
shifting away from the absurd value propositions that a lot of games put in front of you.
Foundation. An organization dedicated to containing anomalous items, individuals, and phenomena.
Is this Containment Breach? But like Containment Breach 2?
We secure. We contain.
Scary hallway game? Rad! Who's making that? Game Zoo Studio.
SCP Secret Files is coming soon. Okay, earlier I may have told a little white lie when I said there was only one more world premiere. Because I'm looking down at my script right now and I'm actually seeing another 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, let's just say 1 for now.
Interesting. It looked like a scary hallway game, you know? Those are not the hardest thing to put together, but SCP is a really good setting. They have an Instagram account with like 4 posts. Huh. Also, shoutouts to platformers that have like hand-drawn animation or bespoke animation. Not just all polygonal stuff. 2D art. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, that's cool. A bouncy little run animation. Tesla grab.
You've gotta love it when a beloved game gets a worthy follow-up. Teslagrad 2 is coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox,
I was about to say Teslagrad sounds familiar.
Switch in spring 2020.
I didn't even see the 2.
Speaking of follow-ups, we've got an update from Supermassive Games on the next entry in the Dark Pictures Anthology.
Ooh.
Peggy 18.
Where the hell are we?
Let me get the fuck out of here.
What the fuck?
What the hell is that?
Windows shake.
We're trapped.
What do we do? Is this a good idea?
I don't see any other options.
This has been weird every step of the way, and now it's getting scary.
This is beyond messed up.
You don't like Dark Picture? No? I'm okay with it.
Gaming. Over here.
We got inventories now?
Check this out.
I feel like they're pretty solidly what they are. They don't present themselves as anything they're not, but if you don't like cheesy horror and like some sort of B-level twists, then yeah.
Can't handle much more of this.
It is what it is, and
murderous. You okay?
that means it's not for everybody.
Even close. He wants to choose, doesn't he? Oh my god. We don't do something.
They have online co-op now?
We have to choose. Now!
And yeah, exactly, Umbra. You want to talk about like 6 to 8 hour experiences. Although the quarry was quite a bit longer than that. They really over-delivered with the quarry. The quarry was rough, slow, and boring. You thought? You think so?
Pictures Anthology.
I thought the quarry was the same sort of pace of a Dark Pictures game, which is a 6 hour to 8 hour story, but it was like extended to 12 hours.
Next
so like the
up,
lead
team
up
at
was
Cortez
twice as
Productions have
long.
sent us a
The like
gameplay trailer
second
for
act
their
simmering phase was
atmospheric
twice
horror
as
game,
long.
EXP War Trauma.
Oh geez. Another scary hallway game? This one's like Saw. It kind of seems like it, right? People are getting locked in torture devices and you had to make choices about what happened. Yeah, now I agree, Death Moon, with the quarry. The lead up was a little long. Especially since they were jumping around in perspectives, like they could have just as easily jumped ahead in time or to a different person who was in a scarier, more immediate danger situation just to get the blood pumping a little bit. Oh geez. We got like... Yeah, this is very like Bloober Team made a lot of games like this. This reminds me of some of the sequences in Death Stranding. I want to play Death Stranding again just so I can try to figure out what the hell's going on with Mad Mikkelsen's like war dimension. I get how he fits into the plot and how he connects with BB, but why he exists in a fucking World War II combat zone in between life and death, that one doesn't quite add up to me. As near as I can tell, it's Kojima being very poetic about the division between fathers and sons.
That thing represents everything we felt.
And romanticizing the distance by imagining that fathers are
at least
fighting horrible wars when they're away from their children. I don't know. That's his beach? Yeah, but why? Unless that's just character work. Implying that Mads Mikkelsen is like a hyper badass super ops military man. So his beach is nothing but awesome, sick, oily warfare.
Fucking nice.
Tactical oil warfare.
Here again.
Tactical espionage oil fare. That looked cool. Even though it was running back and forth in the same hallway, it still looked cool. Here,
We're pleased to reveal that a demo for EXP War Trauma is live on Steam right now, with the full game coming soon. Now it's time to check in with Rooted, an apocalyptic survival game developed in Unreal Engine 5.
I took it to mean a sort of eternal war type of hell he dwells in. Yeah. But like, what is that? How does that connect to anything? What does that mean, aside from just trying to make his character more tragic?
I quote, no risks of any kind.
I was expecting there to be something
Transportation services.
to like try to make more cosmic significance. Maybe it does.
Food resupply.
And to be honest, there's tons of open hooks in Death Stranding. They don't even circle back to like the figures that are floating. You see it in the intro and in a lot of the key art. There's like 5 shadowy figures. I figured it related to like some lore about the apocalypse. How like this is the deconstruction of reality, and here come these godlike figures.
crucial to have your ID card with you at all times in case of control.
Each person's beach is shaped by the person it belongs to. Matt's character is essentially Snake, a person whose life, other than the wife kid, was warfare, who had a very traumatic end, and that shaped his beach into a military purgatory. Yeah. And I guess from a gameplay perspective, it's there just to give you something to shoot. I can almost see that being a Kojima thing of like, well, people want to shoot stuff. So, okay, let's abstract out the shooting into a nightmare war reality to just really drive home the point that, like, Sam is about connecting. Previous generations were about destroying and attacking. Let's go. Last of Us knockoffs now? Oh, okay. Last of Us, but it's multiplayer?
I really hope that guy isn't the Last of Us. Thanks to Headlight Studios for the closer look at Rooted, which is coming soon.
Really, if I get into like Kojima mode, I think it's also sort of
VR. A new roguelike
absentee father stuff
from the creators of Sirento VR.
The Last of Rust. Wow, VR. He got a chompy tummy. How are we gonna land? Like, they tilted past looking straight down. Like, I mean, it looks like there's a whole lot of whole lot of art direction in this. What the? How do you can't like? It's your head, man. What are you doing? Maybe you gotta like put yourself in a sling to play this game. All right.
That looks gorgeous. Hellsweeper VR is coming soon to Steam VR and MetaQuest 2.
You just have to be suspended from the
where players explore
from the ceiling. Cliff's gun even has Sam's name on it. The whole dynamic and storyline is brimming with broken father progeny symbology. Cliff losing Sam, Sam losing an unborn child, then getting a second opportunity to be a father with BB. Yeah, and through connecting with that baby, gets glimpses of a previous generation. Yeah, there's a lot of like real world family and generational disconnect, like you said, scripted into the like meta layers of the game. So if I just take it on that, then the Mads Mikkelsen sequences kind of make sense if you just think about it emotionally instead of literally in the plot.
This could be useful.
It's like Kingdoms of Amalur.
Time to forge.
Mining, upgrading, getting bits from glowing nodes.
Feeling.
I am all about having a wisecracking sidekick in video games. I actually thought High on Life looked so good. With a gun, like talking shit. Such a good way to not only tutorialize the player, but also just have banter. I feel like everybody, when they play a game, they want to be the silent protagonist, but they want characters to do the talking for them.
Oh, I could add this to my collection. I think I found my style with this one.
Seems like the character talks in this stuff.
Oh my. You want to know what this is, right? Well, this behind me is an arcane forge.
Yeah, personal hype man.
It was used by the LSE to create the most powerful weapons, armor, and more.
Oh, the talking bracelet, yeah. Ring Fit Adventure. Hey, Action Man, thanks for the sub. Think you'll ever go back to Noctropolis? I want to. That game was pretty rad.
Stray Blade is coming to PC, Xbox, and PlayStation in 2023.
I think I still have my save file.
It's time for an update from Blackbird Interactive.
Yeah, what's wrong with a game that
Crossfire
where the
Legion
creator saw Cool
later
World
this
and
year.
thought, yeah, yeah, that's cool. I want to do that.
We are delighted by the community feedback in the last 3 months of early access.
Wait, is this like an RTS set in the Crossfire universe?
More in the works. By the end of this video, the latest update, 1.3, will have been released. 3 new units are joining the game.
That's it.
Completing the roster
That's my vision.
with a total of 57 different units for
Cool World, but Hollywood was a vampire.
We're releasing the new refinery map for the high-intensity mode, Payload. This will open up 8 different maps for you to fight your foes on.
High-intensity mode.
We are also releasing the 3rd act to the campaign. It's here we establish New Horizon, and why this faction is hellbent on world domination. With this, we will be delivering hours of intense campaign action, with more to come.
That's very Killzone.
For the first time, we are releasing a new level editor, giving you the tools to unleash your imagination and create new content for the community. And this is only the beginning, Commander. We have new modes planned, extra maps for you to fight on, new units to complete your strategy.
This announcer's rad as hell.
More co-op modes to play with friends, and entirely new missions for our campaigns coming.
Why does every fictional universe default to a single person at a podium in front of an army for the fascist group?
There's no
the iconography's pretty strong.
We want you to join us to help shape the game.
It's hard to kind of sell that better than somebody going on an unhinged screaming rant in front of an army of people cheering for him.
34% off.
Also, that's kind of always how it looks, right? There's no other version of that in real life.
Available on PC.
I guess maybe now it happens
August
online.
Update is coming very, very soon. We've had a lot of fun tonight, but let me tell you what's not fun, Danielle. Why?
Is that a fighting game?
Oh. Is there another world premiere?
Yes.
Well, the good news is that we've got something electric lined up. Roll the clip.
Crossfire will be sponsoring the stream this Friday. I'm kind of excited to get back to that. They have a 15v15 map now. It's going to feel a lot like just chilling in insta-spawn CS lobbies. Huh? Is this a rhythm game? Oh no. You have no idea what you're doing. You're gonna let me play this against the poor souls on this planet? No. Uh-oh. You guys better stay off this one, unless you want to get your ass beat. Only 4 buttons though. So I guess you hit the buttons to charge up a specific ability, and you have to like use it. If it's the 4 face buttons, that's going to be a little awkward. Well, watch out. How does it feel to know that you've already defeated a game before it's come out?
Rock is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. Now, let's take a trip to the Galaxy's Edge to get a closer look at gameplay from mech farming adventure Lightyear Frontier.
Hi, I'm Sebastian, and I'm the community manager for Lightyear Frontier. We're excited to share our first ever look at the early gameplay of Lightyear Frontier. We hope you enjoy.
I'm ultra down with rhythm mechanics being more of a thing.
You'll be starting a new home on a distant planet as an exofarmer.
Mech farming?
Your mech comes equipped with all the tools you need, so put them to good use. After you get on your feet,
got mech warrior, then you got mech farmer.
Planting seeds and watering them.
This game does look great.
You'll be able to sell them at the merchant for more materials, or to use in crafting.
God damn it! It's everything. It's all of it. Oh, fucking finally!
Create a sustainable.
You don't have to punch trees anymore. You just fire the sawing node at it.
Research and build the first structures of your homestead.
I'd be delighted.
Relax every once in a while and appreciate the fruits of your labor. Build a homestead, grow crops, and explore your new surroundings. You'll need to collect materials from the environment around
drill
you.
bit on the hose. Oh gosh. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Along the way, take time and enjoy the beauty of your new home in all its vivid and mysterious splendor.
Yeah, I like the art style. It's like got the right amount of splashes of color to make it look kind of...
The planet is full of beautiful and expansive
kind of springy and inviting.
Be sure to take in the scenery. When night falls, it's time to hit the hay and get rested for another day.
I was gonna wonder if there were like wild animals that would attack. Is this a non-combat game?
Releases in spring 2023.
I wonder if it's one of those two where like a story emerges. Which reminds me, I've got to play Subnautica.
That's all for now.
I like how they call carrots
Lightyear
caroots.
Frontier is coming to PC.
I'm playing a lot of bug
Xbox
snacks, and
in
there's a lot of that
spring
kind of thing going on in that
2023.
game.
Okay, before we get into our next game,
Ooh,
I just need to check
System
something.
Shock?
Shodan?
Yeah.
Are you with us? Mic check on Shodan.
Peggy 18.
Humans interfacing with computers
for their own entertainment. The very notion disgusts me. Look upon my works, foul creatures, and weep at its magnificence. It is a beautiful day on Citadel Station.
Humanity is
on the verge of a new era. I, Shodan, am its new god. Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine?
Oh, is there like a prologue in your apartment?
Insect. You are nothing. I create. I iterate. I fuse flesh and steel into perfection. My children, hacker. Their blood is on your hands.
You will suffer for your transgressions.
These are my avenging angels, and they will have retribution.
That logo treatment's really good too.
System Shock
that
is
like
coming soon
pink with the kind of sickly green
and Xbox.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Horror games.
I've been a System Shock simp. Symptom Shock.
What, you mean like they make you cry?
For a long time.
Yes, but also they have layers.
System Shock 2 is just one of those incredible experiences.
You're such a softie.
I gotta play through it on
Peggy
stream
16.
still. Maybe after the System Shock remake.
My very first memory is that of hitting a piano key.
Was this Layers of Fear?
Joy at the immediate response to my action. And then a surge of power as I realized that the piano would do what I wanted it to.
I think System Shock 3 is stalled out.
What's left of it now?
Maybe if the remake sells really well, it'll pick back up. I don't remember who got the rights to that.
See it.
I will never be like one of his paintings. But I can make the paintings be like me.
So wait, is this the like daughter of the protagonist of Layers of Fear?
Imprisoned in this house.
I guess there's no reason to assume there's a connection, but Layers of Fear was definitely all about painting.
Know what must be done.
Layers of Fear 1. 2 was kind of all about film.
I want out.
Chains like piano strings? God, these scary hallways look so good. fur baby all grown up? Oh, it's a different game. Oh, never mind. I thought they were typing out. I thought they were typing out the title. Yeah, I forgot. Layers of Fears. Wait, is horror reimagined part of the title?
That was your first look at gameplay from Layers of Fears, which is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2023.
Wow. What a show it's been. And you only said boy, wait, 1, 2, 3 times.
Oh, I know. Took a lot of restraint. Look, I'll be honest. I am feeling a bit unresolved. Like, maybe there's more to come.
I feel that too.
What's so reimagined about it? It looks just like other Layers of Fears.
Script.
Layers of Fears. I'm okay with that.
This is a cinematic.
I don't think it needs to be anything more, but yeah, the title's a bit reaching, isn't it?
Off the Grid, which arrives
maybe
from
they
the visionary
maybe
mind
they
of
are
District 9's Neil Blomkamp.
Maybe they put the title out there and then everyone was like, it's the same game, so they had to like slap a thingy on it. I don't know. Well, that's a hell of a fucking logo. Oh dear. Oh no. That looks like a multiplayer map.
I didn't come to this godforsaken island looking for money.
Stroke plus drop shadow.
Escape.
That's the real look.
Grant! Snap out of it! Grant! Are you awake? You hear me?
Yeah, I fucking heard you.
Oh, I think I like this a lot.
3 vehicles up ahead. Previous team pinned down by mine. They got our loot.
Oh, is this crypto-based or crypto-backed?
Man, that is a sweet arm.
Keep your eyes on the target, Slick!
Oh, I am.
You can only buy this game as an NFT. Oh, that's a shame. You gotta get so many servo wines. Multiplayer, isn't it?
Storm! Take him out! Grant, you're with me! Drop!
Yeah, the sound effects are pretty good.
Follow me!
The constant like whining of the servos when their mecha legs are moving around is it's a little on the nose, but the rest of it feels really good. Future pew pew of the guns and the shield hits and stuff like that.
Missile!
A lot of camera cuts. The like wobble cam plus the hyper camera cuts. It's getting a little much.
What are you gonna do to us?
Oh, is there a cyber priest in the back? Techno shaman?
No!
He's praying for Ethereum price to go back up.
No!
Kevin Dunn from WWE directing. Dude, I just watched The Marine for the first time. Now that's a trashy movie.
Should have left already. Blinder wants him out alive.
Stop wiggling the camera so much.
We'll just have him.
Yeah, agreed.
Fucking shit. This is like worse than a Bourne movie. At least the cuts slowed down for a little bit. No blood.
Until they get right up against that car.
No even impacts. They're not even showing like the bullets hitting people.
Roger that.
This is kind of cheaply made, and I mean that in the like that the film, the camera work is like sort of moving away from anything that would require a lot of
figuratively
resources.
And because that marks the end of the show.
Huh.
Don't forget, you can try out all of the demos on our featured game show's Steam page. And you can head on over to gamesradar.com.
I wonder if they wiggled the camera a lot because they knew that the character models looked a little off, a little uncanny valley.
Making this show possible. Our sponsors, Mana, and of course, all of our friends at home for tuning in.
Yeah, no, it's very uncanny valley. The character models
Danielle Basutti.
were just a little bit off, and the lighting on them was a little bit off.
At Gamescom 2022.
It almost seemed like it was like a recorded live in engine, instead of pre-rendered and cut together from like a lot of very stable camera shots. But boy, the editing was harsh. And it sucks too because the trailer seemed to be all about like tactical cyber warfare, but then they tried to cut it together like a Hong Kong action sequence. It should have been more like Heat, you know, where you can really jerk off about cyber dudes moving in cyber formation and using their cyber gear. Yeah, it was more of a Taken 3 fence vault. Which you do when you don't have the footage you need, right? Like, that's the Taken 3 problem. You're trying to get fucking Liam Neeson's old ass over a fence. You gotta, like, really punch it up with the camera action, but it's all fake. Like, they're not real. You don't need to, like, fool the audience into thinking a real person flipped over lasers because he's a squishy character. He's a squishy PC man. I don't get it, but I'm not famed movie director Steven Blomkamp. I haven't made Chappie, so it's called Off the Grid. Gunzilla Games. Cyberpunk Battle Royale 2.0 shooter. And the trailer was supposed to get us into the universe, I guess. And what we got here? Like the head. Yeah, something's not right here. The proportions are kind of. If it's meant to be like RoboCop-y, like 2014 RoboCop? When did that? Yeah. Like there's shots in that where it's kind of messed up and they show like creepy human proportions to make it look uncomfortable. It's supposed to look creepy and weird. And that almost feels like this. Like here it's like the face and head are too small for the body. Which is almost like a Fist of the North Star technique, but it's meant to, especially the scene where it's just like him and lungs. Yeah, there we go. Ugh. So it's like, okay, it's kind of what we got going on. And if the intent is to make the characters look like transhumanist and weird, then mission accomplished. But that doesn't, like you're inviting players to be these people, and that's not nobody wants that, unless they do. People really want to be creepy robo people? Do they want to buy crypto for the opportunity? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, future game show. Cool. I have a few demos to play after that. EXP War Trauma and... what is it? The other one? Exoblade? No. I still have demos from the last, like... thing installed. What was that game called? Captain, you were really excited about it. There it is. Solstice. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to take a break. I'll come back and play some demos. And then I want to start Midnight Fight Express too. So I got an indie block coming up, I guess, on the stream. And then Ace Combat Assault Horizon, which is awesome. And big time action. And then later tonight, going to be playing Saints Row co-op with Bruce. So I'll be right back. See you guys soon.